Okay. Let me get my microphone over here. Since this is primarily a mouse game, for me at least. And then let me just pull my keyboard down where I can get to it for the keyboard portions. And yeah. And I really probably should. There's a quiet streamer tag now. Okay. See how irate I get at this puzzle game. I don't even remember what I was doing. Not a good game to walk away from for a week at a time. Okay, so let's talk to this guy. Quiet the place. So now what? Kid said that there's a secret compartment with a double false bottom in the left wing storage room. We should search it in different times. So what time am I in right now? I think I'm in the oldest. The storage room is locked and won't open without a key. Not the portrait. Before he changed. I think I got everything out of here. So I don't think it's there in 1990, but if we go there in 1995, I feel like I'm on a pixel hunt in this one. Another rag to make. No, I've got the pliers. I've got the crowbar and I got the lockpick, so should have all of the items that I could need. So tight. wall. There's nothing of interest on the desk or in the drawers, not at this time at least. Used to be a hiding place. The false bottom is sideways inside the drawer. So... I could swear... that door isn't there in 1990. But it's locked from the inside. There's no basement door here. And I don't think I can leave. I can't go outside. Oh, fireplace. One of the master's letters. It's charred and addressed to his lover, Amanda. Okay. That didn't help. I didn't pick anything up. It told me absolutely nothing. The same age. I don't understand. I've been everywhere. So... empty bottle of tools. Another empty bottle with ink. Quiet. from the inside here. Oh! Oh! The window! Okay. I'm dumb. That's okay. We look down through the hole at a dried up thorn bush. How about we look for something to put over the hole, like planks? I've got planks. Hope it holds. Plain writing desk stands against the wall. There's no way it's not important since it was behind bars. Examine the desk. You open the only drawer, but it's empty. So if we assume the author rewriting someone else's books isn't particularly intelligent, then it's obvious. Push on the bottom of the drawer and open a secret compartment underneath, another false bottom. Your thought process is good, but it's still empty. Feel around inside the drawer just in case, but you don't find anything. Am I missing something? Do I need to check another time again? Maybe we should search the other rooms. We haven't checked them all yet. Remember what the kid said about the double false bottom. Guess the new author is more clever than I thought. I mean, to come up with a double false bottom really takes a higher level of thinking. Open the second false bottom of the drawer and take another gear out of the compartment. One less gear to find. Time to go back to the clock. Okay. A key sticking out of the door. Oh, I think we should take that. It might come in handy in another time. Yes. Okay. You turn the key in the lock to open the door, and then you put the key in your pocket. Yes. That only took me 20 minutes. Insert a gear. We should go to the latest time we can to put the gears in. What if something happens to the clock over the course of the years? Ah, okay. 2000. Wait, was it? I'm gonna cancel. I can't cancel. Cool. Okay, so I think it is 2000 that. So let's go check this out before we go put that gear in. Boarded up window. Window is boarded up tight. Letter. One of the master's letters. Oh, find all clockmakers' letters. Achievement. One of the master's letters is an invitation to a meeting with him. Okay. I think that's all that was here. Plain writing desk, nothing. Interest in the drawer. Search the desk. It used to be a false bottom sideways inside the drawer. It's empty. Yeah. We already did that, bud. Search the gear. You put the second gear into the clock. Now we just need to find the third one, and the clock should start working again. Etienne, you asked about Amanda, the wife of that maniac in the basement, but there are some things I was able to figure out using my powers of deduction. So you created Amanda and her husband and the cute little story of their cozy backwoods mansion, and then you and Amanda started to get, well, close. What gives you that idea? Back when we were in the car, you told me you always try to make your characters realistic and well-developed, and my guess is Amanda turned out exactly that way. Your powers of deduction, or whatever you say, are pretty good. But then you took Amanda somewhere, and that's the part I don't understand yet. Where could you have taken her? There's no trace of her in the book. Wait, you didn't. You took her out of the book? I get it, the things you do for love, but at the end you do realize you're not just messing with writer's law, but with more serious human laws. I'm paying the price for that now. You raise your shackled wrists. In any case, we both knew what we were up against and what would happen to us. So that's what they arrested you for. 30 years for what you did. Broke one of the most serious writer's law, extracted a character who then turned into a real living human. Where is Amanda now? Do you live with her? In the end, we broke up. Despite everything you went through? Indeed. So getting back to your ability to write, it's probably the one thing in my life that I can at least try to fix. So that's why you agreed to take on these jobs. Bam! Uh-oh. Do something, Etienne. Holding the final gear. Damn it. So, where's Amanda? The man is trying incredibly hard to stay calm, his head tilted slightly to the right. Where is my wife? The man pauses for a second, tilting his head to the left. I can't be forgetting her, can I? He starts rubbing his temples furiously. We don't need to bring up Amanda, just let me try and help you. Let me try and rewrite you the way you were before. Are you sure? What about your shackles? You're right. Hi, Buggy. The man continues to rub his temples, his eyes unfocused. I remember her, with you, and now I can't find her anywhere. He looks at you, his head slowly tilting to the right again. At the same time, his minor attack of confusion passes, and his anger rises up in its place. Bring her back. Stole Amanda from me and left me here alone. Then someone else came. He did something to me. I didn't want to kill anyone. This is a different part. Head tilts to the left again. You notice his clothes are stained with fresh blood. Wait, why do you have that girl? Did he get to her? Damn, thugs will never forgive them for what they did to you. You're supposed to be... Bang. The blow hits you in the chest. Man tucks the gear away inside his shirt and he starts cracking his knuckles. Let me try. Maybe I can rewrite at least something in you. Oh, don't worry. I don't need help. I certainly enjoy my newfound powers. He clenches his fists tightly. Okay, here we go. Oh, shoot. He gets, like, 2 heals. Oh, this isn't fun. Am I supposed to lose this? I feel like I am. Is that all you've got, you bastard? The man's injuries start healing before your very eyes. At the same time, you hear the gears in the clock making a clinking sound. It's as though they're trying to start working but can't because the last gear is missing. What the? Remember what I said about the inscription and the clock and how it's connected to its master. I figured that out. While the clock is stopped, nothing can hurt its master. You spot the last gear lying on the floor between you and the reanimated monster. It seems to have fallen out of his shirt while you were fighting. You raise your eyes to the man, and he looks back at you with a venomous smirk. Just try. You charge forward, but the instant your hand touches the gear, the man grabs you, and you soon find yourself in a tight chokehold. No luck. Just drop down. Drop sharply out of his grip and grab the gear from the floor. Damn it. In an instant, you're standing by the clock. Put it in, quickly! At a second glance, you push the gear down. Fortunately, you got her right in the correct spot. Clock immediately starts ticking. No! Man grabs at empty air in a final attempt to stop you. Etienne. He grabs his head as a shudder passes through his body. He begins to age rapidly, and the injuries from his previous fights, not only the one against you, start reappearing all over him. Swings his arms helplessly and then starts dissolving into dust. You watch it all happen silently until there's nothing left of the monster except a pile of ashes. My God. But now what? Nothing. You walk up to the character's ashes, digging around until you find a small, crumpled piece of paper. You quickly rip it in two. I've had enough. You pick up the clock and get ready to jump out of the book. We can talk about all of this, Etienne, if you want to talk. That's really cool. Okay. Go run this out. I was so close to having that book done last time. Get the item? Shove it. I can't keep this up anymore. Okay. Not mine. Not mine. Nope. Nope, this is mine. Hello? It's an urgent job. I'm not. No, you're taking it. I think I've had enough. I don't want to do this anymore. Etienne is your last job. You knew what book that was, and you specifically sent me to steal from it? I'm just the middleman, Etienne. I don't pick the jobs. I don't care. You can take your job and go to hell. Calm down and listen to me. Finishing these jobs is your only chance at getting your abilities back. I know you know this. You can't work off this sentence. 30 years is just an impossible amount. Your publisher betrayed you. Your lover left you. It's time to take back what you're owed. How do you... Etienne, you're only a single step away from freedom. Fine. Excellent, excellent. The order's at your door. Because of course it is.
It's easier to get a new one.
It's on the desk. Sand. Maybe dune? Contractor agrees to infiltrate Heart of Sand by Samantha Mary and extract an item. The weathered controller. The client agrees to pay the negotiated sum upon fulfillment of the contract. And so I was expecting a significant emphasis on classism, on the difference between the lives of people in the upper district and the train-dwelling nomads. However, in writing the upper district as a sort of retirement home rather than an upper-class sector, the author avoids these themes, which I found immensely disappointing. Alright, we're into Heart of Sand. Decided to keep working? Seems I don't have a choice. After everything that happened, how did they manage to convince you, or has another month passed since I last saw you? They spent a whole month convincing you? Not quite that long. You literally had to erase your own character. I'll write a new one. Ah yes, I forgot about your feelings towards the characters. I don't have any feelings towards characters. Just because Amanda left you doesn't mean that all characters are now bad. She has nothing to do with it. I really thought about giving it all up. But the client is right. I need to finish my last job, even if what we're doing makes me feel sick. If they get rid of my shackles, I can write my own book, putting this all behind me. Just help me finish this. One last time. What are we looking for? A weather controller. A device that can control the weather? Seems so. It would certainly come in handy here. The air feels like it's at least 100 degrees, if not 120. Okay, let's get to it. Dead man. Train key. Pete Jenkins. A small light is blinking on the radio panel next to a worn-out accept call button. You hear static over the radio. Lindeff Jr. speaking. I'm taking over for the senior meteorologist. Too soon, unfortunately. The voice belongs to a very young man but sounds confident, as though he's been giving commands over the radio his whole life. Is anyone between lines 10 and 40? I think we're in range, maybe. You're breaking up. What's your number? Ah. Oh, I think it's 42. Are you sure? 17 is here right now at the station in town. You notice a steel plate with the number 42 on it next to the speaker. You're breaking up. What's your number? Got it. Pete Jenkins, correct? I don't think Pete will be making a radio contact anytime soon. Is his body nearby? There's a skeleton in the chair. Thanks, I've noted that in the log. Must have been the dry storm last week that got him. What kind of storm did you say? Congratulations, you're the new operator of 42, so I'm obliged to inform you that there's a death storm forecast between lines 10 and 40, so you should head towards town. You can take shelter here. You may not be able to see it from your position yet, but it's showing up on my instruments already. Are you not from around here? Are there no storms in your zone? You could say that. I'm not from around here. If you get caught in a death storm, you die. Try to get the train moving. Train car door. Like crafting. Jenkins journal. Either written in an unknown language or really awful handwriting. Okay. A wooden crate, the kind that's easy to open with an ordinary crowbar. I don't have a crowbar. So, check outside. No tools so far. Oil tank over here. Oh no. What do you see? There's an oil bug inside. It ate everything. Something skitters around inside the tank. Ew. Can we skip the bugs? Is there no way we can get to town without the train? What? Are you afraid of bugs? Suddenly, an oil-eating bug jumps out of the tank. Let's grab it. Bug's 3 sets of legs grovel at your hands. It's clearly displeased. You, drop it. I might need it. Put the bug in the most secure pocket of your jacket. You doubt you'll actually need it, but you're enjoying Roderick's reaction. The tank is empty of both oil and bugs, so let's add the oil to the canister. Tank is small and the canister fills it. It fills it almost to the brim. It's definitely enough to get you to town. Train's control panel, covered in levers and buttons. Photo of a woman with her blonde hair and a ponytail. It could be the former operator's daughter or maybe his wife. Start the train. Death storm is approaching. Hurry. Anyone out past 10 miles? Train 42, what's the problem? You're barely moving. He's right. We got the train started, but it's barely moving. We'll figure it out. Check the gauges. You see a bunch of gauges, most of which aren't moving. Fuel tank is full, but injection pressure is extremely low. We need to do something about that or the train will just stop. Fuel panel indicators seem normal except one. Cylinder 3 pressure. Greasy note on the other side. Whoever gets this train next, I hope it's not you, Pete, you moron. The pressure in cylinder 3 has some stability issues. Sorry about that. Actually, no, I'm not going to apologize by the time you're reading this. I won't care anymore. Deal with it yourself. Just kidding. Try hitting the panel. It usually works for me. Good luck with the train. Well, you should definitely be able to do that. Go measured force. Something inside clangs, something cracks. The train starts slowly picking up speed. Well, that wasn't so hard. Great work, 42. I can see you're picking up speed. The weather has been all sorts of crazy lately, even here in town. Yesterday, a sorrow storm almost slammed us, and we haven't had one of those in 100 years. Do the storms usually miss the town? Of course. Only the joy storms make it here. The rest usually passes by. Like someone's controlling them, right? You can almost feel Roderick winking at you. What could affect the weather like that? I don't know. This all started after our senior meteorologist died. Come on, ask him about the weather controller already. It's obviously in town. Hey, have you ever heard of a weather controller? Oh, what? It's a device that controls the weather. Is this a joke? I don't think he knows anything. Yeah, I guess the senior meteorologist had the controller and everything started getting messy after he died. We should ask around about him in town. If only we had something like that. My God. We'd certainly be well off. Alright, I see you're pulling in now. Good luck in town. Until next time, jokester. Gate guard. Guard is trying to unsuccessfully open the door of the train. He notices you. Hi there. He glances briefly at your face, but apparently decides not to ask about it. This guy here is causing a little traffic jam at the gate. Poor man got caught in a fear storm on his way here. I'm not getting anywhere with him, but I have to make sure everyone is in town before the storm comes. Go ahead and try, but be gentle. It's not the poor guy's fault what happened. Hey, who's messing around with the door? I'm warning you, I'm armed. I'm down now. I'm from train 42. Jenkins? Is that you? I'm his friend. He didn't have any friends. Stop lying. You kill him. I know the truth. What have you done with Jenkins? I don't think there's a peaceful way out of this situation. Lean your whole body into the door. You hear the mechanisms inside start grinding against each other. Just a little more. Come on. Push. Plunk. I think the lock's open. The door easily slides to the side. A thin man is sitting in the corner of the locomotive, arms covering his head. Hey, friend. The man lifts his head. When he sees your face, his eyes start widening slowly. Oh, damn. Has there even been a single time when your appearance actually helped us in a situation? Man's eyes are still widening. Or does it just create more problems for us? Let me think. The man's eyes are as wide as they can go. Now his mouth begins to open. No, it hasn't helped. Not even once. I already told you, it's a disguise. The man lets out a piercing shriek and runs out of the train. You see him head into the desert right towards the storm. Well, you definitely solved the problem, in a way. Well, I can't say you got the result I wanted. Well then, I'll move his train along and then yours after. In the meantime, go up to customs and get your paperwork straight. Honestly, I'm actually kind of wondering if I can... Oops. That was not what I meant to do. I'm not rereading everything. I just did not think about things. Two.
It's easier to get a new one.
Go over here, grab the oil thing. Outside, deal with the oil bug. Barely moving, blah blah blah. Train control panel. Check the gauges, check the fuel gauge. Let's do this the right way. So no matter what, you have to force the door open. And then I'll just let the guard deal with him. Motion to the guard. A few minutes, he leads the man out of the locomotive and they disappear behind the town gate. Good thing that guy didn't see your face. The guard comes back, he looks pleased. Thanks for the help, took Max to the infirmary. They'll look after him. Probably not. People usually can't go back to a normal life after a fear storm. They won't transfer his train yet, but stay in town if you can. You may be able to pick up some of his stuff when they sell it off. Well then, move his train along and then yours after. In the meantime, go up to customs paperwork straight. Haha! I was hoping that was going to be an achievement, but whatever. Customs inspector, huh? Inspector is sitting in the cold, dark office. He looks up at you and in a bored voice says, train number 42? He's through some papers. Are you Ronald Miles? No. Did you find the body of Ronald Miles? No. I found the body of Pete Jenkins. So after Miles, it was transferred to Jenkins, he writes in his notebook. And now... Etienne, just Etienne. I'll write that down. Wearing a shabby coat with a strange rusty cage hanging around his neck. It's not shabby. His face is apparently disfigured. You aren't too good looking yourself. The inspector doesn't react. Here's your ticket. He hands you an old yellow ticket which looks like it's been passed around for years. 1 standard town visit, 2 hours. You must sell all possessions belonging to the train's former operator before you leave town. Make that your top priority. I thought they were mine now. Inspector looks at you silently, trying to understand whether you're joking or really don't know how things work around here. The train is yours, the possessions are the people's. And what happens if I can't sell them all in 2 hours? The items will go to the people. Okay, thanks. Go on through. Table. A young woman is talking to one of the travelers who passes her a strange half-empty bag. Extend my time by 1 hour, please. He hands over the bag and quickly turns away. Hold on. The man freezes, tilting his head. Just who do you take me for? There's not even enough sand here for 15 minutes. She shakes a small pile of red sand out onto the palm of her hand. Are you up to your old tricks again? Do I need to call the guard? No, please. 15 minutes is fine. Just let me catch my breath and I'll be on my way. The woman turns to an empty hourglass in one of the niches on the wall. Damn beggars. She pours the sand from her hand into the hourglass. Then she picks up her radio and you hear a crackling sound coming from the speakers, echoing all over town. Peters, train 124, 15-minute extension. She puts the radio back on her belt and then reaches a hand to you without looking. Give her your ticket. Okay, yellow. She takes out a new hourglass and pours in enough red sand to reach the second mark on the side. Then she puts it in one of the empty wall niches on the wall. 2 hours, starting now. Good luck in town. An inspector is standing by the train. His assistant is inside, rummaging through possessions. Oh, you again. The man you encountered at the town gate recognizes you. Is everything okay? This is that guy's train. What was his name? Max, I think. Max, is he doing better? We can sell this, you hear from inside the train. I'd say there's enough to live on here. We'll split it up, I think. Max is resting right now and we're keeping an eye on his stuff. You look over his shoulder into the train. Don't look in there, you know what? He hesitates for a moment and then reaches into his pocket and takes out a bag of sand. Take this. You're a good guy. You helped Max. Let us take care of things here. Now get out of here. Don't interfere. The inspector turns around and loses interest in you. The melon seller. Merchant is desperately trying to get your attention. His smile reminds you of late-stage insanity. Hey man, come over here. You got any sand? I'm looking to earn some myself. Oh well, I can't help you with that. I've been selling my heart out, but I still don't even have enough to fix my train. You look at the melon seller's train. There are a lot of things in this world you would call run down, but everything you've seen up until now is sparkling clean compared to this train. And my time's running out. I have half an hour left in town, all because of those damn guards. They gave me a penalty, those dogs. What am I supposed to do? My wheel is busted. You notice the train's front wheel is sitting at a 45-degree angle. He doesn't need to worry. With a wheel like that, there's no getting that train out of here in any case. So interesting. Middle-aged woman is resting on the stoop of her train. A basin of laundry, children's clothes sits at her feet. She stares at your train for a moment. She sighs and leans against the train door, which buckles slightly under her weight. So you're from train 42, huh? She grabs a cigarette and takes a drag. Did you know the previous operator? Jenkins? Yeah, he was my husband. She gets up heavily and starts hanging the laundry as if nothing had happened. I'm sorry. Are your hands clean? Pass me the clothes. She nods at the basin and diapers inside. Her nod sends ash flying from her cigarette onto a pair of men's pants hanging from the line. You take off your dusty gloves and pick up a pair of white children's pants. You glance at your hands for a moment. This is the first time in a long time that they've looked human. All that's left are the thin scars striping across your palms. They probably won't ever fade. Shakes out the sheet. and throws it over the line. What's your business in town? Got stuff to sell? She blows her cigarette smoke upwards to keep it off the sheet. Things. Just random things. Nothing interesting. The woman ashes her cigarette, and you see her glance quickly at you as she takes the sheet. So, Jenkins' possessions. Do you need me to... Sniffing. Pass her a bunch of socks. You pile a few socks from the basin together and give them to the woman. But the woman doesn't turn around to take them from you. She stands with her back to you, not speaking. When I found him, there was already nothing I could do. She nods weakly a few times. Turning halfway around, she passes you a cigarette. She already has a fresh one in her mouth and lit. We'll sit on her train stoop. I found a journal on his train. I guess it belongs to you now. Customs won't let me just give it to you, but I'll figure something out. She smiles. A journal. Jenkins didn't know how to write. He probably robbed or killed someone. Those aren't his things. These thoughts seem to have put her in a better mood. As she finishes her cigarette, she packs up and heads inside her train. A child's joyful laughter greets her. The greenery on this train's roof is quite striking. By local standards, you're looking at a very well-kept train. Hello, do you... The woman sharply puts a finger to her lips. You manage to get a look at her face. She's incredibly beautiful, even with the deep shadows under her eyes. Looks like the train has been washed recently. The metal and glass are gleaming, and the thin layer of newly settled dust looks like an elegant decoration. Green stems sway on the roof. You see Clenoche, Hawathia, and tons of other plants that you don't recognize. I'm sorry, did you need something? I wanted to ask, do you know how I can get into the upper district? I heard the meteorologist lives up there. You can only get in once you retire, and I think you still have a while before that happens. I do too. How do I get in there now? Today. The woman shrugs silently and looks towards the way out of town. Running your eyes over the locomotive, you notice an old trailer with dried-up branches sticking out of the leaky roof. Aren't you afraid your old trailer might fall right off? The woman continues to look towards the way out. Yes, the trailer is quite old. If it falls off, it falls off. Corners of the woman's mouth turn up and she shakes her head. What do you do? It's as though the woman doesn't hear your question. She just stares silently, watching. Just when you think she's not going to answer, she starts to speak. I'm making it through life day by day. I meant the plants. Oh, the plants. I used to enjoy nurturing life. Inside. Things, old things, ancient things, toys. Why are you carrying them around? I thought it was better to travel light in the desert. I don't know. I'd rather keep them with me. The woman frowns but doesn't tell you to leave yet. Do you know anything about the meteorologist? He tells us when storms are coming. Is that it? Do you know anything else? The woman turns her head to look you straight in the eye. You can't read her expression. I won't keep you any longer. Thanks. You turn to leave, but suddenly feel something crawling across your neck. Wow, an oil eater. It seems that the oil bug in your pocket is finally trying to escape. Put your hand over your neck. Stop. Huh? Leave it with me. Okay. She walks over and opens the door of her train, picks something up, and then returns to you. Here. She's holding 2 old, dusty bags of sand in her open hand. 2 bags for this gross little bug. Is she insane? You won't hear me complaining. You carefully remove the bug from your neck and pass it to the woman. She gives you the 2 bags of sand. Thanks. The woman nods gently to you and turns her attention to the bug. Yeah. Hey, are you a digger? A what? A digger. My hearing is fine. I'm asking you what that means. The man looks at you without blinking for 10 seconds or so. You're attracting suspicion again with your unnecessary question. I'm not a local. I'm not from here. The man continues to look at you without blinking. This is the only town on our continent, possibly on the whole damn planet. Where the hell are you from then, if not from here? I left for a long time, and now I'm back, but I don't remember anything. A digger is someone who digs up buildings in the desert. You know what the desert is, or is there no desert where you come from either? Right, a digger. They just call them something different back in my day. Yeah, I'm a digger. I was one of the best way back when. I find that hard to believe. Need work tomorrow? I want to dig up a building on Malta Street, but I can't do it myself. Of course. What's our plan? I started digging from the top, got from the 20th to the 7th floor, but the lower floors are hard work. The sand's packed tight and it's a pickaxe job. I want to round up a few more people and then we'll move out at sunrise. Is there anything special there in that building? The man peers closely at you. It seems he's not sure you can be trusted. There is a gun store on the first floor of the building. The work is all that should concern you. I'll pay you, and what's in the building is none of your business. You in or no? I'll think about it. Think then. You gonna start a riot in town when he gets his hands on his weapons? No, he gets caught in a firestorm out on the road tomorrow. I should get going. The sound that reaches your ears seems impossible in this desert world. Rustling pages, hundreds of pages. The table next to the woman's train is full of books with well-worn covers. Each one looks like it was taken out of an antique bookshelf. Hello. The young bookseller waves at you. Hi, are you new to these parts? I've never seen you before. Her attentive but slightly unfocused gaze slides over you. Your paper face doesn't seem to bother her. Yeah, I'm new. Do you know everyone here? No, of course not. It's just that generally the same people bring their trains to the same station every time. Were you looking to choose a book? I have something that might interest you. The bookseller tries to look uninterested, but you see her fingers trembling as you hand her Jenkins' journal. Notes? Interesting. Yes, very interesting. Are these someone's memoirs? Wow, this is an absolute treasure trove. Have you read it? I thought it was just the old train driver's journal. Let me read some of it to you. Don't bother, I just want to sell it. I'll buy it. How much do you want for it? You look appraisingly at the bookseller. She's definitely hooked. Time to collect some sand for your work. 5. Oof. I'd be glad to give you 5 bags of sand, but then I'd have to leave town right away, and I still have so many books to sell. Would you lower your price? 2 bags. Well, I wasn't planning on spending so much, of course, but that's a fair price. The bookseller disappears into her train and then returns with the 2 bags of sand. They have yellow letters in a language you don't know embroidered on them. This is for good luck. Yeah, thanks. Should have found out what was in that journal. It might help us understand this world better. I thought you could help me with that. I haven't heard much useful advice from you recently, by the way. Open suitcases are strewn around the train car. A man is washing something in a metal basin full of dark red water. He's washing so intently that you can hear the fabric dripping. He has an impressively large fang from some unknown animal hanging around his neck. He stops washing and shoots you a mean look. A cage around your neck? Is that some kind of new trend? You hear clear dislike in the man's voice. Let's just keep going. We don't need any more problems. Is he washing out blood? Who cares? We're just passing by. Keep going. Keep going. Maybe I should tell. Hey! Suddenly you feel a powerful yank down near your neck. You look down to see the man's wet hands grabbing Roderick's cage. I had a trendy friend once, always bragging about his sand bear fang. Damn it! You grab the cage too and pull it towards you, but I taught him some manners. 1 punch, 2. He looks at you with bloodshot eyes and keeps trying to pull the cage towards himself. The cage's hinges start making an unpleasant crunching sound, or is that your neck? Man easily dodges your attack and pushes you away from him. It appears a real fight is about to start. Ugh. I guess because I... Man flies into the basin, which turns over with a crash, splashing its contents onto the ground. What a sick bastard. Are you okay, Etienne? Next time you're going in my pocket, or even better, walking on your own 2 feet. Breathing hard, you carefully touch your neck. The string left an impressive welt on the back. I know it's none of our business, but we can't just let that psycho roam free. More attention from the guards is the last thing we need right now, don't you think? You look at the sketches on the ground and notice a photograph. 2 smiling men are standing in front of a locomotive. One of them, your attacker, has his arm around the other, who looks pale and tired. His shoulder is bandaged and he has a fang pendant around his neck. You toss the photograph aside. Oh, there's some rope. What are you doing? What's going on? He suddenly comes up and tries to stand up. The anger is gone from his voice, and now he sounds scared. Man falls to the ground again and stops resisting. 2 bags of sand. At least it's some compensation. I need to go real quick. So, do I take increased damage or additional damage to all enemies? Straight up take increased damage. Drain more ink. Damage, because that works for all. Do a heal on use on that. Okay. Two guards are sitting at the gate playing a strange game with stones. The guard on the left pretends not to notice you. The guard on the right isn't as good at feigning indifference. You see him casting quick glances at you. What do you want? To the upper district. Someone looks at you unkindly. Animated old man, surly woman. I think these two I need to talk to now. Old man is waving at you so furiously that it seems like his hand might fall off any second. Ah, no, get out of here. What do you mean? You were calling me over. So, go on, get. Up close I can see that you only have 30 minutes worth of sand. The old man waves his fist angrily. He doesn't look particularly dangerous, but probably knows a few dirty tricks. Hey, how about we do this some other time? Fine. Way. You're looking at a completely unremarkable train, but suddenly a loose piece of sheet metal at the back of the car catches your eye. Instinctively, you look around and then get closer. So first you're a fraud, and now you're a thief too. Haven't stolen anything yet. What do we have here? You feel around the side of the train. You're standing right by the gap between the train and the loose sheets of metal. The darkness inside is calling to you. Shining a light around will probably the train's operator. Really want to go that route. Finally. Man's sleeve bears the letter CS next to an hourglass symbol, and you keep looking at the letter CS, trying to think of what it might stand for. Customs service. From the customs service, I just finished going over your stuff in here. You need to sell everything that belonged to Jenkins before your time in town is up. Anything you don't sell will be confiscated when you leave. Yeah, they warned me already. And that's mine. Can I see the tag? Put a tag on my own things. An item with no tag belongs to no one. If it belongs to no one, then it's not yours either. Sell it. I'm not selling, my friend. He reaches for a radio on his belt and then looks at you questioningly. Cool it. Let's try and solve this peacefully. Customs officer quickly picks up his radio. Train 42, penalty. He nods and takes his hand off the radio. The customs officer tosses a folded up trading tent at your feet. You done this before? Unfolding the tent signals that you are selling goods. People will come and buy from you, and you make what profit you can. Hand in half the sand at the entrance. Points at the woman checking tickets. Do what you want with the rest. Good luck. Okay. Brush the sand off the tent and notice passersby start to look over more frequently. What do we have to sell? Everything left in the bag. Some weird gas cylinders. Empty. Put them on the counter anyways. Keep rooting around the bag. Some rags and a cup. I doubt I'll even get one bag of sand for this stuff. Oh, something else. Some kind of map. Hey, I bet we can do something with that. Listen carefully and remember this. The man is quite clean cut, probably from the upper district. Are you listening? Say that this map leads to something important, to treasure or whatever. Except the canister is interested. Say anything, just push the map. Some might even call it a real treasure. An old man doesn't react. He probably hears that same story every day. I hope you don't mean these helium cylinders. They're empty, by the way. Take them off your hands for free so you don't have to take the scrap heap yourself. Your choice. Continue. What more can I say? 10 bags of sand and the map is yours. I can't just pour out 10 bags for a map that leads who knows where. It leads to treasure. Which treasure exactly? I'm thinking. Map to water, to a pile of sand, to a pile of food, shelter. What's it doing outside the town? Well, customs won't let you in with your own sand, so why the hell would I need sand out there? The man takes a flask of water from his belt and silently takes a drink. What's that you say? Alright, I think I read that they give out water for free in the upper district. That's my fault. You know about the shelter too? He ever so slightly looks around. Huh? There's a lot I know. You try to sound convincing. 10 bags, you say. I'll give you 5, but if the shelter isn't there, I'll come back and give you 5 more. 5? right to your head. With this, he shows you the small club on his belt. Great, we have some sand already. Okay, I don't have rags, I don't have crowbar parts. I mean, yeah. Okay, I might have to jump back here and do this. Just enough space for you to fit your arm up to the elbow, your fingers slide over the well-ordered innards of the train. Something brushes against your thumb. Perhaps something elongated and hard. It feels like part of a pipe. Gift from the valley of the train, a secret covered in engine oil. After a while it gets harder to pull, but you're not stopping now. You give one last tug. When it comes loose, you can't believe what you see. There's a bag in your hands. A thief, just like I said. Release your grip and the bag of sand disappears into the darkness. Along with your hope for getting into the upper district quickly. A scowling, unshaven face appears on the train steps. You seem to have scared him, but he's trying to hide that fact. What are you digging around in there for? Who are you? Your siding's coming off. I already know that, wise guy. I'll fix it as soon as I have time. You wait for the train's operator to go back inside, but he stays on the top step, leaning against the doorway. You make yourself scarce before the silence can get awkward. Feeling I'm gonna probably regret not. The whole mansion on wheels. Seems like someone's done well in a world where you can die at any second. You gonna knock or just stand there? I can clearly see him watching us from the window. Why won't he open the door? Probably only talks to people he knows. We should come back later. Curtains on the window are drawn tightly shut, but you can see the silhouette of a man watching you from inside. So, I need a crowbar, a lockpick. See a tall woman digging around in a pile of scrap metal. She picks up something that looks like an old computer case and then rakes out the microchips and wires as if they were parasites on a ripe piece of fruit. She tosses the cleaned out computer into a pile to your left. Did you want something? And she picks up a new one, not paying any particular attention to you. She looks at the pile of scrap metal she still has to dig through. For money, actually. For sand. The woman smiles. I'm getting paid pretty well for this. I don't want to share my earnings with anyone else. Who's paying you? Did they have more work? Maybe something a little less dusty? I'm not sure. She looks you over from head to toe. I don't think they'll have any use for you. But you can go ask Mr. Narino himself, yourself. He lives in the middle of the square. Narino, got it. Thanks. She responds with a sour smile. Yep. She's concentrating hard on her work. Where'd they come from? Jenkins brought them in a week ago. He dug up a whole warehouse full of electronics. Oh. Was Jenkins a nice guy? Was? Oops. Oh. Did I say was? I meant to say I heard he's a nice guy. No idea where you might have heard that. But definitely not in town. He's a real jerk. I hope he dies. I'm trying to find a way to separate district. Do you know anything that might help? I don't know anything. What's that pipe on the wall? Where does it go? It's a secret. She gives you a quick glance and then continues ripping apart the computer. Great at keeping secrets. So am I. She looks you in the eyes for a moment longer than comfortable. That's what we're looking for. We can crawl through and go straight to the upper district. There's a passage there. Now we just have to figure out what to do about this sewer guardian. Okay. Let's jump back to our locomotive. Yeah, that and that. I think I can open this crate now, and then I need the lockpick. Which I don't have any more tools, so that's not happening. What was his name? Narno. Hey, Mr. Narno, come out. The door slowly opens. A middle-aged man appears on the doorstep. He looks a little too clean for these surroundings and is holding a glass of something orange. He squints at you from the doorway, apparently not trusting you enough to talk face to face. He assesses you silently. His gaze runs quickly over your clothes, pausing at the cage around your neck. He doesn't pay any attention to your face at all. The stranger leans against the door, finished with his assessment of you. Judging by the expression on your face, you got roughly a 4 out of 10. Aren't we all? Don't plan on living there. I just have to take care of one thing. That's it. One thing. What could there possibly be for you to do there? I need to get something. Something important to me. How important? Ooh, man of business. I'd say about 1 bag of sand important. 5 bags? 7? Man starts nodding, but his hand doesn't stop moving. 10? Now you're speaking my language. I love it when a person wants something that badly. In a flash, the man transforms from a reserved aristocrat into a jolly businessman. Not a bad start to the day. Helping those in need, you might say. He steps forward and shakes your hand. I have possessions I need to sell off. How about I give them to you and you lower your price? I'm a man of business, you see. Dealing with junk just doesn't fit my status anymore. But I'm sure you'll find buyers among the visitors in town. Among all the visitors in town today. In our little town, people trade sand for either goods or services or both. You just need to find what works for you. I'll be back when I have 10. He bounds cheerfully up the stairs, sipping from his glass. Sipping from his glass disappears behind the door. Do I not have 14 bags of sand? The man appears in his doorway looking cheerful. He looks you over and searches the 10 bags of sand. My dear friend, wonderful, wonderful. He jumps down from the entryway like an excited child. May I? Wonderful, wonderful. He counts out 2, which he hands back to you. Give these to Janine, the woman who does the salvage work at the scrap heap. Tell her Mr. Narino sent you. He scoops up the remaining bags and starts to head back into his home. Hold on, so it only costs 2 bags to get in the upper district and you're just keeping the rest for yourself? Just because you know this, Janine? Truly it's a pleasure doing business with you, my dear friend. Come back anytime. I don't know why you care. It's not like you're keeping the sand anyways. Oh. The woman has cleaned out at least 10 more computers since you were last here. The parts are lying next to her in neat piles. She notices 2 bags of red sand you're holding. How's Mr. Narino doing? She nods. 8 bags of sand, better now. Hasn't lost his touch. Hold on, once we leave, we won't be coming back here. Are you sure you're ready? Yeah, let's go. You toss 2 bags of sand at the woman's feet. Let's get to it, I don't have much time. Train 42, your time is up. Prepare to leave town, I repeat. Well, looks like you're too late. Is that a joke? I already paid you. The damn guards are about to come looking for me, and you're... I'm kidding. Let's go. She clears away a small heap of scrap metal from against the wall to pull a lever there. I'd hurry if I were you. No going back now. Needless to say, it smells awful inside the pipe. It smells awful in here. This is just a drainage pit for the square. It's not the sewage sewer system, so it could be worse. That doesn't make me feel better. The way forward is blocked by a pile of trash, boards, and rags that almost look like a barricade. Poke around the supports with your foot. One of the trash bags seems to be full of rocks and bricks. Put your weight on the bag and then throw your other leg over the board. Barricade of boards, but your pant leg gets caught on a nail sticking out of a board. Shift your weight to your right hand and try to unhook your pant leg from the nail. I can't get it. Come on, you're so close. Pant leg is free. You jump the rest of the way over the barricade and land on your feet. You hear a voice over the radio somewhere up above. Final warning. Etienne, operator of train 42. Your time is up. Leave town immediately or your train will be confiscated. Ah, you're right. There's definitely no going back. Walked off by another pile of wreckage. This one has tons of broken glass scattered around it. I'd be more careful here. Back up, clearing space to get a running start. I'm sick of digging around in this trash. Get a running start. You begin to pick up speed. You keep running. Why aren't you jumping? I don't know. Too late. Bang. Damn. Are you alive? You broke down the whole barricade with your body. I felt it. Are you in one piece? I'm not sure. I think my shoulder is... Zero healing. I think this is the last barricade. Well, it's not like I can get any dirtier. A joy storm is approaching. It will hit us in 5 minutes. A joy storm? You could certainly use one of those. After this junkyard, even an ordinary storm would make me happy. The pile in front of you doesn't look particularly big. I don't even care anymore. I feel like you can probably just step over it. He's right. Carefully lift one leg over the pile and quickly find yourself on the other side. That was easy. Joy storm, 3 minutes. Oh, come on. Hurry and get outside. Okay, let's see what's in this upper district. Arrived. The joy storm has arrived. Dad, is that you? Hear the sound of sand pouring out. It's getting closer. Soon it envelops your whole consciousness. Suddenly overtaken by such a strong emotion that you involuntarily lean forward. It's like you're drowning in a calm, relaxing sea, peace and quiet. You turn your head to the left and see your sister standing behind you. You're happy. She's not in danger anymore. You turn to the right and see your brothers. They're sitting next to you, all 10 brothers and you. They're wearing strangely colored armor. You look down and see that you have the same armor on. You touch the armor, a piece flakes off, burning your hand. The image starts to fade. The vision passes, and in its place you're filled with an unbelievably nostalgic sense of longing. Etienne? It's evening already? How long was I out? Pretty long time, long enough that I started to worry about you. Well, we need to hurry. So how was it? Strange, like I was home. I'd do that again. This poor guy is sitting on the ground leaning against a wall. An idiotic grin is lighting up his face. Hey, you okay, friend? Marie, you're such a good girl, Marie. Looks like he's still gotten the joy storm. As soon as you touch the man, he opens his eyes. For a split second. He looks friendly. What the hell, man? I was playing with my dog. What? Nothing, asshole. Listen, I don't have time for this. I have important business. Shove your business where the sun don't shine. Now I have to wait for the next storm to see her, and who knows when the hell that'll even be. Sorry. Women look you over suspiciously. Man hasn't come out of the storm's clutches yet. You see devices lined up on a dusty counter. Are you out of your mind with prices like that, you old hag? An old man standing nearby calls out in the direction of the counter. Tired-looking woman is behind the counter, and you see the slightest flame of hope flare in her eyes when she sees you. Another one? If you're just here to look with no money, then get lost. The counter is still surprisingly full, considering the meteorologist died a whole 3 days ago. Yes, all my husband things are right here. Anything catch your eye? Counter is covered in devices of all different sizes and complexities. Which one controls the weather? I don't know. The text says it's a device covered in switches and dials. They're all covered in switches and dials. But we look at the most worn out ones that look like they've been used every day. There are two that fit that description on the left and right. 100 bags of sand. How much? My price is firm. My husband didn't make all of these devices or whatever by hand just for them to be given out for free. I paid 10 bags of sand as a bribe just to get in here, and for that I had to crawl through the sewer. A bribe? And you want 100 bags for some piece of junk? I just grab it and jump out of the book. We'll figure it out later. Where are you seeing junk here, you jerk? Get lost. I'm calling the guards. Just grab the devices, damn it, Etienne. Do it. You're the one who deserves to be arrested. 100 bags? You're insane. That's what I said. She's insane. You hear the old man shouting from behind you. You're not sure why he's still here. Hands up. You turn slowly and see 2 guards with their clubs raised and ready. That's him. He tried to steal my husband's possessions. Arrest him. I was just looking. Don't worry, miss. We'll handle this. Both guards start slowly walking towards you. Grab a random device off the counter and start pushing every switch and button you see. The guard and the meteorologist's wife watch you in silence. I don't think that's going to help much. Just run. You hear the whooshing of a club somewhere behind you. Watch out. At the end, you open your eyes. It's cold. Damn it. Was I out for long? Damn guards. You rub the back of your head, which is throbbing. Did anything else happen while I was passed out? Roderick? Tilt your head looking for the cage, but it's gone. Damn it. I got train tracks. Oh, this is the... I already raised the ladder. Ah, here we go. Notice a slight glow coming from between the loose wall plates. Barely noticeable inscription on the plates. Trust a bag of bricks. Come on, I already know that. You notice that the wall plate isn't completely attached to the wall. Maybe I can move it. Cool. I did the crowbar. Cut through the wire and open the crate. Right behind grating, you see a path leading out of the sewer. Pull at the steel bars with all your might, but nothing happens. Well, this is just great. I was so close, but it looks like this is the end. Remember that you have ink you can use that you've used on plenty other occasions. Oh, right. I'm a writer. You hesitate for a second. Right? Ink envelops the bars of the grating and they just start to slowly rust. Easily knock them out of place and clear your path. Done. I'm coming, Roderick. Hide around the corner and peek out the tent. Yes, Mr. Narino, I'm sure he was looking for that exact thing. He called it a weather controller. Mr. Narino is carefully twisting a device in his hands, trying to figure out how it works. Damn, he's already here too. If this thing can really control the storms. Do you think my husband really created something like that and he didn't tell us? All these years, all those people who died in the storms or went insane, he might have been responsible for all that? I wouldn't jump to conclusions. We don't actually know what the device can do, and maybe your husband did everything he could. I hope so. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you for telling me this. It would have been terrible if such a valuable object fell into the hands of a stranger. I think we should... crash. Your hit shatters the radio on the pole. The woman runs into a house. Give me that. Can it really control the weather? He asked calmly. And what if it could? Then I can't just give you the controller. This thing could decide the fate of the whole town. Narino takes a step back, grasping the controller tightly to his chest. And it looks like he's prepared to fight for it to the very end. You notice a familiar object around his neck. Hold on, that's mine. When the hell did you manage to steal it? sharply yank the cage off his neck and stuff it in your pocket. Narino flinches, not expecting you to act so suddenly. We need to run now. Attention all residents, this is Lindell speaking. There's a death storm coming. I repeat, a death storm is approaching. Start evacuating. We have 10 minutes. Did you push something? No, I didn't touch it. We need to stop the storm. Give it to me now. Tell me how to work it and I'll stop the storm. I don't actually know, but I can try and figure it out. I'm looking for the instructions. Then what use are you? You're just going to let people's lives depend on your attempt to try and figure it out? Let me at least look at the display. I can see what it means. Death storm, 7 minutes. Hurry. Anyone with an empty train, take on Upper District residents. Train 12 is causing a jam up at the exit. The wheel fell off. Get that car off the tracks. It's blocking the way. I'm going to see Lindell. He and I will figure this out ourselves. Get out of my way. Try and grab him, but out of the corner of your eye you see an object flying right at you, the steel tip of a cane. Narino climbing the stairs to the meteorology tower. Open your eyes and get up with some difficulty. Finally, get up the tower quickly and grab the controller. I don't know anything about a controller. My father didn't tell me anything. Darn, wrong button. I need to check the stormometer. Warning, death storm in 2 minutes. I don't know either. Just push something, Mr. Narino. Let's go. One final push. This has been such a long day. Narino is arguing with the young man, the controller in their hands. A wild wind blows through the window. The storm is almost here. We're out of time. Before Narino can react, you punch him in the jaw. Can't have you interfering. The young man watches in silence, slowly pressing himself against the wall. You take the controller off of Narino's unconscious body. You had your chance to stop the storm. Now it's my turn. The young man presses himself against a panel of instruments. Red lights are flashing all over it. 30 seconds, he says, taking a quick glance out the window, then squeezing his eyes shut. Dozens of buttons and switches, and not a single one is labeled. What an egotistic asshole. The look the young man shoots you is filled with 10% understanding and 90% fear of dying in a death storm. There are 3 big switches above the display. Start with those. I'll check the text, but there's not much about it here either. Switch makes no sound. As it moves, it seems to be completely broken. 2 lights on the panel below come on. There are 2 buttons next to the lights. Alarm set for 4 a.m. The young man gives you a gloomy look. His shred of hope that he might be saved seems to have just evaporated. The whole panel goes dark, and the device looks like it did when you started. Now the device starts vibrating, whatever that means. No sound as it moves. Seems to be deactivated now. Flip the first. Clicks loudly as it moves, and then a multitude of indicators and buttons light up on the display. Let's see. You spin the device around, trying to decide what button to push now. The wind coming in through the window picks up, and a strange metallic taste starts filling your mouth. You smell burnt metal. Okay, here goes. The storm is still moving. Slowed down, but it's still getting closer. It's moving away. It's moving away. You put the controller down, and with shaking hands, you hear cheers from the people outside getting louder and louder. That was close. Way too much going on for my first day. He holds his head in his hands. A large crowd is gathered in front of the tower. The people around you are largely discussing what had just happened. I saw the storm move away at the last minute. I saw it with my very own eyes. And I was just about to reach the town, but then it stopped. All right, calm down. The storm is gone. You can go home now, but what if it comes back? Well, we'll just have to hope it doesn't come back. Why did it move away at the last second anyways? Yeah, and why did it get so close to the town? That's never happened before. It's a long story. We drove it off. Don't worry. We? Who's we? You put your hand on the young man's shoulder. Lindef, the young meteorologist, did an excellent job proving himself. He managed to neutralize the death storm at the very last second. What do you mean, neutralize? That's not important. What's important is that you're not in danger right now. Now, time for me to go. You look at the uncomprehending crowd before you jump, and your eyes slide over the people until they meet Lindef's looking straight at you. Are you... that? He gestures at the controller, which you've already tucked under your arm as you prepare to jump out of the book. Listen, kid. It's hard to explain, but I need it more. Are there storms where you're from, too? Definitely not like these. Then maybe you can leave it with us, that device? Since the next time a storm comes, we won't be able to... Sorry, I can't. This device is the only thing that's keeping me from something dear to me. Oh. Alright. Lindef backs off defeatedly. Damn it. You look around at the uncomprehending crowd. The people have gone quiet as they listen to your conversation with Lindef. Damn you, Roderick. It's not that simple. All you do is sit there in my pocket. It's nothing to do with you. Whispers start running through the crowd. You hear snippets like insane and talking to himself. I can hand in this damn thing and get my shackles off. Do you understand how much that will change things? Do you understand how valuable that is to me? All the suffering I went through for this. Just look around again. You sigh, but decide to look around at the whispering crowd. Are these real people you see in front of you? You examine the people in the crowd. Some are whispering and watching your performance, but it seems as though everyone knows that something important is happening. Even the guards who practically cracked your skull earlier are standing off to the side and excitedly discussing something. Elderly men and women peer out from their windows, trying to see what's happening in the darkness. A mother leads her child home. The child trips over a cable sticking out of the sand, and his mother quickly helps him up. People. Fine, damn you. You shove the controller into Lindef's hands. If another storm comes up, flip this switch first, and then press that button right there. I'm not sure how the rest of it works. Lindef, who seems to have accepted that you're a crazy person who talks to himself, suddenly beams with joy. He gives you a hug with his free arm, and you feel the warmth in his touch. Lindef looks out at the people in the crowd. They still don't understand how the death storm, this odd device, and the man with the paper face are connected. Thank you, he whispers, looking you in the eyes once more. Alright, let's drop the sentiment. Time for me to pay what's due. Farewell. Hello? Is the order ready? No, and it won't be ready. Are you turning down the job? Yes, I've had enough. I won't put any more innocent people at risk. So it's people. Very well. What do you mean, very well? I mean, I made a decent bit of cash off you. Besides, walkers like you usually break much sooner. So you actually did quite well in comparison. You may not have finished your last job, but I think you've earned your freedom just the same. My shackles expert is on his way to you right now. Thanks. He'll be there in a few minutes, so see you soon, Etienne. Oh. Oh. You fall into the cold sand and your pursuers land nearby, so you want to do this the hard way. Oh, it's so cold here. Where's Vince? He's waiting in the car just in case. Wait, Vince was on your side the whole time, but that bastard. Deal with him quickly and I'll get the book ready so we can get to the collector. Can you handle this? Hey, anybody want to help me? I just saved your city a minute ago. Come on. Your voice echoes through the empty square. It seems like everyone is in bed asleep already. Fine. Oof. I don't... Oh, so it took my stun. So I actually do... Oh, no. That was a worthwhile upgrade. Are you okay? Relatively. What book did they want to take you into? 1 second. You pick up the book that one of the thugs dropped and look at the back cover. The name's been erased. They said something about a collector. Is that your boss? My former boss. You open the book and flip through the pages. You want to go there? I have this idea. Well, if you're sure about it. Incomprehensible. What? Why? Everything's blurry and there's no color? Oh, his mask is coming off. We've gone too deep. We're inside a book inside a book. I can barely breathe. Me too. We need to find the collector as soon as we can and then get out of here. What's incomprehensible your face? Why? What's... You touch your mask. Damn it. We need to hurry. You notice some familiar looking briefcases. A tag is visible on one of them. Walker, Rich A. Item X, Client A. Herman Publishing? What are those? Briefcases for stolen items. I give the collector his orders in briefcases like these. So there are objects from other books inside. Think there's something you could use in there? You open 2 of the briefcases in front of you at random. An old rag doll is inside the briefcase with a set of rusty pins. Is that what I think it is? I don't know. What do you think it is? A voodoo doll? It even has pins. Leather-bound book lies on a velvet cushion inside the briefcase. There's something written here. As if... Take the doll. You can't shake the feeling that the doll might be useful. You take it out of the briefcase and carefully put the pins in your pocket. Look, there's something else here. Next to the briefcases is a bag stuffed to the brim with a note attached that says to be sorted. Inside, you find a folded up cloak, an opaque glass capsule, a small wand, and an old broom. On the capsule, you see a yellow triangle with a biohazard symbol inside. Not a great start. There's something written here. Fear toxin. Inhalation causes prolonged panic and hallucinations stored in a dark location. Should we take it? Just take everything. You hide the capsule and the wand in your pockets, throw the folded up cloak on your shoulder, and grab the broom. You're really kitted out. I hope I can use all this. Let's go find the collector. This is gonna be rough. Wait. 3 walkers are standing around a table in the brightly lit room. They haven't noticed you yet. Damn, so this is where they handle the briefcases for the order. Invisibility cloak. Unfold the invisibility cloak and put it on over your clothes. Looks like it's working. What next? Do we want to sneak past? Tiptoe past the room with the walkers in it. Better to avoid any more fighting than is absolutely necessary. I have a feeling this is going to be necessary. You see 2 walkers standing in the passageway. They seem to be guarding another set of boxes. They're discussing something quietly, completely unaware of your presence. I don't think you can squeeze past them. You should take off the cloak. It's only going to get in your way. Take off the cloak and throw it over your shoulder. The walkers haven't noticed you yet. Do I use the toxin capsule now? You wind up and throw the capsule of fear toxin at the walkers. It falls right between them and shatters. The men turn around sharply. Hey, stop, you. We see both men's eyes widen in horror. You're a monster. Help! Both men look around in terror and then jump over the railing into the darkness. Hope it's not too far down. The librarian is busy arranging books and probably wouldn't even notice an atomic bomb. I should have held on to it. The guards notice you from far away and block your path. Take the wand out of your pocket and point it at the closest walker. Beam of blue energy bursts out of the wand and hits the walker in the chest, and the next instant a sheep is standing where he was. Oh, that's right. Ovis aries is the scientific name for domestic sheep. I thought it was a spell. The other walkers have already dropped into a fighting stance, ready to attack. You point the wand at the closest enemy, but nothing happens. A large crack is now running through the crystal at the end of the wand. The other walkers simultaneously drop into fighting stance. So... got lucky there. I like to hit that stun. Alright, I give up. Just don't hit me. Take off my goddamn shackles. You grab him by the throat. There's a slight problem with that. My shackles expert took the day off today. His daughter's sick. He's lying. I know. How about I call you when he's available, okay? It'll only be a few days. Do you think I'm an idiot? Well, if you really want to know, you promised me you would take them off, so hold up your end of the deal. But you didn't hold up your end. I'll hold it up right now. Calm down, you idiot. No one except the Riders Police can take them off. Do you really think my own men would be walking around in shackles if I could take them off? I would build a literal empire stealing objects if I could do that, not this stinking warehouse. Wait, I thought you had proof that he could do it. A friend told me about him. Wait, Vince told me about you, and then I found out he was one of your thugs. Was that all part of your plan? Well, this thing that's happening now wasn't. You're going to take off my shackles. I don't know how, but that's your problem now. Or what? Are you going to kill me? A character? He winks a horrible wink. But you've turned into such a nice guy now, haven't you? Squeeze his throat with all your strength and look him in the eye. Let's find out right now just how much of a nice guy I am. That doesn't quite inspire fear, to be honest. Let's finish this up quickly. I have things to do. Some important people will be here soon, and I'll be offloading a huge lot today. You turn around and see a stack of containers through the open door. Yes, that's right. I did. That's right. Did you think I was just sitting here twiddling my thumbs? I'm about to close the deal of the century. Are those containers full of stolen items? Fit to burst? I can only imagine what'll happen when all that floods the market. And glances briefly at a monitor where you can see henchmen running in your direction. You're right. It certainly is time for us to finish up here. Grab him by the essence. You push your hand deeper in, trying to touch not the collector's neck, but the very essence inside him. You feel a scrap of old paper. Your fingers run across the text written there in old ink many, many years ago. Wait. I can call the shackles expert. Let's say tomorrow, okay? That's the only time frame I can give you. We'll get your shackles off and you'll be set. You can write as much as you want. Sorry, I'm not letting that happen to me again. You grab his paper with both hands and start pulling it towards you. What are you thinking, Etienne? Don't worry, I've done this before. Oh no. You see the client slowly separating from the book's environment, becoming something foreign. Damn, aren't his henchmen going to come for us? They don't have a direct route to that book. Besides, they won't like what's waiting for them there. You keep pulling the paper, and it gets more and more difficult to pull. What's going on? Now's not the time to give up. No, I'm not giving up. This is as hard as I can pull. What now? They're already right outside. Now we add another force. You bend your knees, ready to jump upwards. You push off the ground. You hear an unbelievably loud crunching sound. So loud that it feels like the whole world must be able to hear it. With a ringing sound, the paper in your hand separates itself from the book and flies upwards with you. Damn it, I think I twisted my knee again. What on earth was that? Where the hell am I? What have you done? You'll find out soon enough. The collector suddenly jumps up and aims a gun at you. It's an antique decorated with a swirling pattern. Take me back. Hey, calm down. Just calm down, Etienne. Hand over the book. Now, where's my book? I'm afraid nothing would come of it. Hey, don't joke around with him. That thing I just did, they'll hear it. Riders Police, nobody move. Hey you, drop the gun. Not another step or I shoot him. Boss, that's Leroy Roshan. The collector? What the hell is going on here? Etienne, how are you mixed up in all of this? Oh, hello, officer. Hold on, how did you recognize me? You came in for questioning in that same coat. Damn, I disguised my face but forgot to put on a different coat. I'm warning you, I won't surrender alive. aims the gun at the police officers and then back at you. And hold back your little pet rider there. I see him. Puts his hands up and looks at the officer, waiting for a signal. Well, now we'll come to an agreement and everything will be just fine. Where's my book? I don't think we'll be coming to an agreement with you, thief. Quiet. No, we're going to make a deal, and I'm going to walk away. You're accused of stealing thousands of objects, and now that you're in our hands, you're not going anywhere. That's enough. Suddenly turning to you, this is all because of you, you bastard. The sound of a shot rings out. Etienne, you close your eyes. Damn it. You open your eyes and look down. The metal of Roderick's cage protected you from the bullet, but there's not much left of it now. You see a small, ragged scrap of paper inside. Derek, you moron, I told you to stop talking. Sorry, boss. Are you alright, Walker? Now it's your turn. Hands up. You look at the remains of the paper in your hand. Don't make us use force. Cool it. He's just in shock. Etienne, it's best if you come with us now. We'll talk about all this at the station, okay? Hold on. What's that in his hand? It's a character and not one from this book. Etienne, are you out of your mind? You're carrying around a stolen character even in your current situation? Derek, I can't take an isolated character. Call for backup. You shove the officer. His head slams into Derek, who staggers backwards, eyes shut. Damn it. Oof. Oof. Okay, this is getting maybe slightly interesting. Well, that's not it, is it? Leroy Roshan, also known as the Collector, is detained by the Writers' Police. He was later sentenced to execution by erasure. The entire network of writers who use his services to buy stolen items from books were also detained. 5 to 15 years. Was detained 5 minutes after his escape. The unknown character was not found on him. "28 years later." Well, I think this is his house. You run a hand over your face. Right, now I'm ready. Oh, did he find him? Arranged neatly on the shelves. Sir? How can I help you? My name is Etienne. You probably don't remember me. We worked together a long time ago. I can't seem to recall that. Are you sure you're in the right place? I'm sure. I'd even say we were partners. I just wanted to see how you're feeling. I do believe I'm quite alright. Should I be worried about something? Do you remember your name? Of course. And where you live? Sherlock Holmes. Baker Street. That's good then. I had to make a few changes because of your injuries. Injuries, sir? Yes, although it seems everything worked out. Oh no, it was Watson. Sorry to keep you waiting, I'm back. Back, Watson. He nods to the man by the window. Holmes. And you, sir. He looks questioningly at you. I'm on my way out. Someone you know, Watson? I'm not sure. Are you quite certain you're all right, sir? Yes. My apologies again for disturbing you. Well, time to head back. I'm glad you're doing well, friend. Well, Roderick, time for me to figure my own stuff out. I had to revisit so many books before I found the right one. The final calculations of time served are below. Initial sentence: extraction of the character Amanda Mitchell, 30 years. Assistance in capturing a particularly dangerous criminal, -3 years. Fleeing from a police officer. Fleeing from a police officer, 2 years. Willfully turning self into police, -1 year. Total time to be served, 28 years. Eddie and Quist, congratulations on your return to the ranks of the writing profession. Morrock Publishing Agency has confirmed that your 28-year sentence has been fully served. You may visit the Central Riders Police Department to have your shackles removed. Please find a sheet attached with detailed information on how sentence time served was calculated. Oh, it's boarded up now. And so is that. I just wonder. Fan letters. Short and sweet. Part of me just kind of wanted to get through it just because I was kind of tired of reading everything out loud, but this was really good. Not too tricky of a puzzle game. A couple times I kind of was feeling the dumb, but I'll have to figure out if this goes on the list for 100% or if this is gonna get shelved. I have to look at the achievements and see what I have left. Because it looks like I can go hit different chapters. But we'll get to start something new on Monday, and hopefully everything will be streamed to YouTube. I was having some issues with stability with multi-streaming there, so I mostly stream to YouTube for archival purposes. So, and eventually I'll get YouTube to stay on top of everything, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 chapters. Plus the final book, which I don't know that I would necessarily call it a chapter in itself, because it was pretty short, pretty easy. Would have been a lot easier if I had saved the biohazard thing. But yeah, no, this was good. That is it for me tonight, and I will probably see you all on Monday. Good night, good day, and have a good one.